Welcome back, ninjas, freerunners, and friends. Thanks for following us today on another exciting adventure. We're out at Jump Fest 2018, and we're coming at you guys with another vlog. Obviously, we're out here kind of capturing what's going on and going down, but make sure you guys drop on by the Jump Fest page. Check out their socials. They've got a bunch of exciting clips of what's going on down me behind. Right now, they're setting up for the style comp. Everybody's getting in their little practice rounds, and then they're gonna throw down for a couple runs. And we'll see who makes it out to finals, who makes it through the day, and then honestly, who has an amazing time out here at Jump Fest. For those of you guys who don't know, this is all taking place out here in Colorado Springs, so just south of the gym. And these people are amazing. The community is just huge. It's just as loving and warm as the ninja community for those of you guys who haven't dabbled in both. So check it out. Anyway, today's vlog is about Parkour Business Series, Episode 1, how to get started. If you're brand new to this, where do you start? Where do you even begin to think of how you're gonna start a parkour / ninja gym? Are you even ready to start thinking about that kind of stuff? Where did you get started, Jason?
I fell into it. I found a gym that was 15 minutes away from me, and I made friends with the owners. Communication is the best key to any kind of starting. So meet new people, find people who are in the business, and you're gonna have a straighter shot that way.
By the way, for those of you guys who haven't figured it out yet or haven't seen him in the vlog, I don't know why you haven't seen him yet. This is Jason. Jason could run the gym by him. In fact, Jason has run our gym by himself. This guy's the man. So this guy's come a long, long way from when we very first met him, and that's only 4 years. And already he's ready to run his own gym. Not everybody's journey to the parkour business world is going to be the same, and it might not even lead you to a gym. There's a whole bunch of different outlets for you guys to seek and hopefully stumble into or actually work towards and build up. But for me, it was the parkour gym industry. And my story began a lot differently than Jason's. I didn't own a car at the time, so I was getting rides at least 4 or 7 days a week, sometimes taking the bus to a local gymnastics gym. This is the closest thing I could get to a parkour lifestyle. And at this time, there was no such thing as a parkour gym. This was a brand new idea, and I wanted to get better at flips, I wanted to get better at tumbling, and I wanted to be surrounded by mats, bars, foam pits, and I knew that was a way for me to progress and get better. I was lucky enough to get a phone call from an old friend that I went to high school with in the tricking community. He had an opportunity for me to get into the circus, believe it or not. There was a theme park owned by Six Flags here in the Denver area, and they were doing a show where they had a bunch of BMXers, skateboarders, and they wanted to incorporate parkour because it was still the new hot thing. Rumor has it, Ryan Ford was supposed to be their parkour practitioner, and I think he had turned down the gig because he had more exciting and more things in line with his career. Lucky enough, it pays to know people. So I ended up showing up for the audition. All I did was a wall flip. I stepped on one wall, I did a backflip off the wall, and they were like, "Sold! You got the job." And I knew from that moment when I was just running and I was being paid to vault over a car while BMXers flipped over me and yada yada, that was the moment that I knew I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what my passion is. I practiced with gymnasts and worked on honing my skills in flips and tumbling and getting better at my vaults just by watching YouTube videos, and that was the start of YouTube. I feel like the start of YouTube's and tutorials were a big hit at the time, and parkour, that was its only way of getting the message out there to people on this is what a Kong vault is, this is what a cat is, this is what a precision is. And so that's how the message was being spread at such a fast pace. And for me to see all this, I wanted to be able to contribute to the community who needed a little bit more than just a YouTube video. And a lot of people learn much faster with a coach there coaching. That gym provided me with an opportunity, and that opportunity was to start my own class. And so I did. What I didn't expect was 30 students showed up just out of the blue. I think there was just such a high interest and demand for it. I was like, wow, this is really going to take off. I know that Colorado Parkour, aka Apex Movement, was in its infancy in talks and in business deals with starting their first parkour gym. And so at this time, I was kind of building my own program within the gymnastics gyms, and they were doing their own things with their own locations. And so there was just so much demand. You know, people were getting really excited to have a actual location, a home away from home, if you will, to train with like-minded individuals. From that point, I was getting phone calls from other gymnastics gyms saying, hey, when can we get a parkour program in our gym? And I wasn't going to let the opportunity pass me up. And so we had parkour classes running in 3 different gymnastics gyms and having the time of our lives. But there was still the underlying factor of, this isn't quite enough. This isn't quite going to be fulfilling, because this is still, at the end of the day, it's still a gymnastics gym, and you know, the gymnasts get priority. And you know, thank you so much for giving us that opportunity to have that small space. We can only grow as much as the gym and the space and the, you know, the room we're given. And so we realized that we needed to level up and we needed to get something a little bit bigger. And that's kind of how my story began. Through knowing people at the gymnastics gym, I also got to meet my business partner today, Will Davison. I ran into him. He would come religiously to open gyms every single week to work on whatever flip of the week it was for him. Just an overall good person to know. And so my biggest advice to you guys is just keep meeting as many people as possible. It might not ever be the most direct path that you guys can plan, but so long as your heart's in the right place and there's passion behind it, and you're focused and determined to make things happen and create that parkour career, it will happen, I guarantee it. Just keep expanding your network, get to know people, get your face out there, and the community will recognize you for who you are. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, and stay... Oh my goodness! You don't need to mow the lawn this early in the morning! It's so hard to record videos. Like, everywhere you go, there's just constant noise. I don't know how people do it in, like, big cities. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below with any ideas or things that you'd like to hear about in the parkour business world. And we'll catch you guys at the gym, if not online. Stay tuned for the next episode, Parkour Business. We're going to talk about multiple different ways that you guys can make a living off of parkour. And keep on doing what you love. Peace! Ninja Status out. Why is there always lawnmowers, like, on all times of days?